welcome everyone at No Casino at Russet and all the other residents here at the Russet Community Association. We'd like to welcome everyone, and we are all committed to the quality of life here in Russet and to make sure that we fight back against any proposed casino that can come in this area. I'd like to thank Tim Rayburn, who's here today as the president of the Russet Community Association, as well as delegates Jocelyn Penny-Melnick and delegate Barbara Fresh. We're here today because if question A is rejected, the largest casino in the state of Maryland will likely come to Laurel Park. And as you can see with the traffic behind us, this is not acceptable to this community as we do not have the infrastructure or the ability to handle the extra traffic or crime or environmental issues that will come up with the casino. The neighborhoods around Arundel Mills voted for slots in higher percentages, and we voted against it in 2008. And we think it's the height of hypocrisy, and we're here to fight back. The Stop Slots at Arundel Mills movement is driven and financed by Penn National Gaming, an out-of-state company that wants to put a casino in a community that doesn't want it. Russet is another community with children. It's a family-friendly community, and casinos do not belong here. The proposed casino at Arundel Mills would be a separate structure from the mall itself, with excellent security and admission that would only go to people who are over the age of 21. The Cordish Company is based here in Baltimore and would help those, and Mr. Cordish himself lives in Anne Arundel County and has a vested interest in this casino being a success. The same cannot be said for Magna, an out-of-country entity, and Penn National Gaming, which belongs in Pennsylvania. We also are concerned that the Constitution does not allow slots at Laurel Park. The state constitution says that it has to be within 2 miles of 295, and as you well know, Maryland 295 ends at the Baltimore-Washington Parkway, or at 175, and then turns into the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. A vote for question A will allow an already licensed and approved casino project at Arundel Mills to go in. It will protect the community that has already voted overwhelmingly against slots, and will protect the families and children here. I would next like to introduce Delegate Jocelyn Penny-Melnick to make a few words.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you so much for coming. I'm here because I have long held a view against slots. My record actually shows that. However, now that the people have spoken, it has been decided that it will be at home. That's where it should be. There was a process that was legal. There was an RFP process. That company put in a bid. They were selected, and that's where it should go. If we were to go back to the drawing board, I'm afraid if I was a betting woman, the result would be that it would be at the racetrack. And the community, majority of the community does not want it, and we're here to give them support. And I ask people to vote for question A. Otherwise, this process might take years, and we cannot afford to do that. Thank you very much.
Yay! I'd now like to welcome very quickly Delegate Barbara Fresh, and we'll welcome her to say a few words.
Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to be here today and support the community of Russet in their quest to ban the slots at Laurel Park. We have something in place right now that will place it at the mall. Probably should proceed with that. I don't want to see Laurel Park lose its open space, however, and I'm really adamant about that. We want to make sure that that space remains open space, even if the racetrack no longer functions. Environmentally, it would be very healthy for the Chesapeake Bay. But it is important that we, as representatives of this community, stand together with this community and let them know that we will vote for question A.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Delegate. And finally, I'd like to welcome President Tim Rayburn for the Russet Community Association.
Yes, I'm here today as a Russet homeowner who's lived here for over 16 years. I'm a small scientific instrument business owner. I also serve as the president of the Russet Community Association, and I've served on the board for over 8 years now. I've worked tirelessly on various land use issues as they approach us for years. I am honored to be here today and once again to stand up for my community I call home. While the community has not taken a position supporting slots or opposing slots, we have effectively addressed zoning and land use impact issues for years. this is a zoning issue. Last night, Russet's Board of Directors unanimously approved a letter supporting voting for question A. As elected community leaders, we felt the position letter was the utmost importance and that the board take a firm position and ensure the zoning bill is left in place. There are 3 times more residents living within a 2-mile radius of the track in Laurel. Unlike NASCAR in the football stadium, those same homes would be impacted by the added traffic and from the casino. Those of us who live in Laurel now have stretched infrastructure and know how stretched it is, and it would be further stressed by supporting a casino with almost 5,000 slot terminals. Traffic is already terrible at rush hour. You can see how backed up it's getting, and this is good weather though. How are we supposed to handle 20,000 people a day, every day, 365 days a year? Football and NASCAR races will only be, 10 events a year, and the community opposed those. So we're talking about a lot more traffic on a daily basis. Environmental impacts, non-tidal wetlands in our area will also be significantly impacted. The Little Patuxent River and the Oxbow Nature Preserve are adjacent to Russet, and they will be impacted as well as the bay. The entire area is surrounded by a 100-year flood zone. One voting precinct in Russet voted against slots in 2008 by 11% margin. So voting for question A will further mitigate the negative impact to our area. The racetrack still benefits with 7% of slots revenue for the doubling of their persons and a 2.5% of that revenue for their infrastructure improvements. So they're going to be getting 9.5% of the gross revenue. They will still benefit from this to address some of the points Barbara made. So we support question A and will fight to ensure that the zoning around Russet is kept in place to mitigate its impact now and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim. So, while there are many groups out there that are fighting on top, fighting for Russet, one of the things that we will is that we are a grassroots organization. We are not supported by millions of dollars from an out-of-state company. We're just homeowners who care. So we are going to roar back and we're Russet. So hear our roar with no casino at Russet. No casino at Russet. No casino at Russet. No casino at Russet. Thank you. No casino at Russet. No casino at Russet.
So we're grassroots, not astroturf. That's the other thing. I've been working on it for 8 years. There's so much to say.
Hey, Jeff.
Thanks for coming.
Well, I love this sport.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Do you mind if I get just a couple one-on-one interviews?